Enough with trying to chase the dollar. Enough with trying to be your own man, be your own boss. If you don't have good health, how you gonna continue to run? Hello and welcome back to another episode. I go by the name of Ash. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. Today we will be talking about the topic of company drivers. And I know company drivers can be a topic where we can take it in many different places, but today we're going to take it to the question of when is it worth it to be a company driver? So I've gotten this question a couple of times. Drivers usually come into the industry. They don't know if they should be a company truck driver, owner operator, a lease operator. I have 10 reasons on why you should be a company truck driver. Now let's get right into it. Number one, if you have a family to take care of that depends on your consistent income, then it's okay to be a company truck driver. A lot of us get in the industry with families. I have a family myself, and my family depends on my income to be consistent. My partner depends on my income to stay up. I don't have any kids yet, but we're in the planning process. So when it comes to my income being consistent, it's definitely important that I have consistent income. So if you as an owner operator don't have consistent income, then it's okay to take care of your family and have more of a consistent income by becoming a company driver. Reason number two, if you have a truck in the shop more than on the road, then it's okay to be a company driver. So a lot of us, a good amount of the industry, when you're first getting into the owner operator side of things, your truck is not brand new. And even with a brand new truck, I'm going to debunk this myth. Even with a brand new truck, it's not about if it will break down, it's when it will break down. And trust me, your truck is going to break down eventually, no matter how new it is, or no matter if it's an older truck that's been taken care of, it's going to eventually break down. So I have firsthand experience from having a truck to run for a couple of years without breaking down. Getting comfortable with this truck, being on the road, it definitely generated a lot of income. However, eventually it had to be in the shop. And going into the shop right now, I think prices are about $120 an hour. I spoke to a mechanic just this past week, and we spoke about a starter. He was working on a starter, and so he told me that he works on the side. He actually works at a large company, but he works on the side. He'll charge like $75 an hour. He's one of the more reasonable mechanics, but he spoke about at a major dealership, them charging $120 an hour. I've heard different rates. I've heard $120, I've heard $150, $175 an hour. I've heard a Freightliner in Atlanta actually charge $175 per hour. But as a company driver, you don't have to worry about that. And if your truck is in the shop more than it is on the road, then you're definitely losing out on income. And it's okay to be a company driver. Next on the list, we have if you have health problems and can't afford good care. I mean, going to the doctor and barely having to dig in your pocket for anything. It's okay to be a company driver. Enough with trying to chase the dollar. Enough with trying to be your own man, be your own boss. If you don't have good health, how you going to continue to run? Health is wealth. If you don't have good health, the amount of money you're going to spend on getting your health back in order is going to actually surpass the amount of money you're making on the road. So why not make a smarter decision than to take care of your health and also get money with a company who's going to help provide good healthcare services or pay some of your healthcare services. Some of these companies out here are giving HSA. They have HSA programs, and they allow you to place money on a HSA card, and you can take advantage of the HSA plans. And as an incentive, that income that you place on that card in order to get your medication, in order to pay your medical bills, it's also tax deductible. So it's okay if you have health problems and can't afford good health care. It's okay to be a company driver. If you have no business experience, none at all, if you don't know what a profit and loss statement is, if you don't know how to break even in your company, if you don't know how to calculate your fuel expenses, if you don't know the basics on your maintenance, you have no business experience, then it's okay to be a company driver. It's okay. I've spoken to a number of guys who are in the industry and have no financial common sense. I can understand not being able to create your own financial reports. Okay, hire someone. But if you hire someone, how are you supposed to know if they're calculating your numbers properly? How are you supposed to stay in business? How are you supposed to know when you're breaking even? How are you supposed to know your cost per mile? So if you have no business experience or no business financial common sense, then it's okay to be a company driver. Next, we have if you're not getting ahead and only breaking even. If you're not getting ahead and only breaking even, you're not making enough to be sufficient for your household. And if you're just making enough to take care of your bills and to break even, man, we out here to thrive. You're making a lot of sacrifices just to break even. We out here to get ahead. We out here to build financial stability. It's okay to be a company driver. Next, if you're still anticipating the market to go up, we can't predict when it will go up. Number one, the market's going to do what the market's going to do. All right. If you're still anticipating the market to go up, then it's okay to be a company driver. You're waiting on this magic time, this magic number to appear, these loads or these decision makers to bring it to the forefront and place it in our favor, but we don't know when that's going to happen. We don't know when there's another big pandemic. We don't know. And it's okay to be a company driver. If you're frustrated and tired of the issues and just want to make money, then it's okay to be a company driver. Being an owner operator, it is full of ups and downs. Sometimes you don't know when your next big load is gonna come. You don't know when your next big check is gonna come. It can be frustrating, and you can have a slow week and your truck don't care. Your truck is gonna break down when it's gonna break down. So you can have a slow week, and on top of that, your radiator go out, and on top of that, now one of your tires have gone flat when you woke up the next morning. It can be frustrating, and that's okay because that's the nature of the business. You could just play the game of making just enough just to get down the road, just to fix the next problem, and then making more money to replace that money just to have another problem come up and have to fix that and just be breaking even, man. But if you're frustrated and tired, it's okay to become a company driver. Next, you want to be home every day. It's more likely a company driver will be home versus an owner operator. They usually pull in containers if they're local owner operators. But as a company driver, you want to be home every day. It's likely and it's okay to be a company driver. I know we have families that we want to see every day. We have kids who participate in activities. We want to be there live. We want to be there to root them on, and that's okay. We have responsibilities at home that we need to get taken care of, and that's okay. If you want to be home every day, it's more than likely that you'd rather be a company driver. It's very hard as an owner operator to have this home every day type schedule. You can have it, but it's very hard to find it, and it's very hard to keep one. So if you're fortunate enough to have one of those schedules and you're home every day and you're making enough to live and thrive, then kudos to you. But those who struggle and those who have this unrealistic view that being home every day is something that is very common, it's not a common thing. You better off being a company truck driver. Now next we have, if you want your average day's earnings to be paid to you without any issues during a breakdown, then it's likely that you can be a company driver. And it's okay. It's okay. Having these breakdowns sometimes comes with a lot of headache, and knowing that your income is secure, knowing that you're going to take home the same amount that you on average take home, it's okay to want that. You're likely to be more of a company driver, and that's all right. Imagine just sitting in your truck with your feet kicked up, waiting on breakdown to come, waiting on loves to come, and when they come, they fix your truck and you're right in the middle of the load and you have about 2 hours left on your clock. Honestly, you look down and you see that this company is going to pay me to sit here. I haven't even missed a beat. I can go ahead and shut down. Even though I've already been on the side of the road for about 5 or 6 hours, I didn't miss out on nothing. If that's ideal to you and you rather get your average day's pay every time you break down, then it's okay to be a company driver. Last but not least, we have, if you want to invest in a 401k plan and earn a company match, it's okay to be a company driver. You can only get a 401k plan by being employed through a company that offers 401k plans. A number of companies, when they offer 401k plans, they also offer company matches, whether it be 6%, 3%. That's free money. Free money that's put into the market and compounded. And it's okay to desire retirement. It's okay to desire a consistent investment into the market, investment into your 401k, investment into your future self. It's okay. We desire better. And if that means being a company driver, then that's okay. That's all that's on my list. I wanted to go over these because I know there are some guys that are out there on the fence about being a company driver, whether it be a fear that they face, whether they may feel embarrassment to park their truck, whether they may feel embarrassment from not meeting the expectations that they thought they would, or they may be underwater. It's okay. I'd rather you not go deeper and getting underwater, or deeper in the red, or deeper in the negative. I'd rather you not do that. I'd rather you make a conscious decision to get somewhere where you could be consistent. That's what it's about, being consistent. I'd rather you have that consistent income for your family, or that consistent income to get out of debt, or that consistent income to get out of any type of situation that you have placed your business in, right? And that's okay. It's better to be in the green than it is to be in the red. If this helped you today, definitely share this with a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.